everybody, and welcome back to another episode here on the Global Conquerors channel of our podcast, Conquest. You know the drill. Me, SMGFrenzy, joined with, or
Assassin, what you know the deal. Assassin, welcome to another episode of the podcast. It's been a long time coming, so we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here and waiting for us.
yep,
But I mean, it's been really slow these last couple of weeks, so there hasn't really been a purpose to upload a podcast. But we have been uploading videos, as y'all seen the last couple of days, and we appreciate the love that y'all have showing. So, yeah, I'm excited to come back and record a podcast again. So yeah. I hope y'all
exactly.
enjoyed this episode.
We're gonna get right into, of course, our gaming and esports section. We've got some jam-packed news. We're gonna go right into it with past 2 weeks. The Dota had its TI, the International 2023 Finals. You had Gaiman Gladiators versus let me check again real quick. Versus Team Spirit, and Team Spirit 3-0'd them. So, pretty quick event. They were one of the favorites to win, and their prize pool was $1.4 million. So, it's just, I mean, it's good for esports, but as we said, for Dota, eh. But,
I mean, Dota had their issues and the prize pool thing.
yep.
So I mean, there wasn't really talked about compared to like the other years.
Yeah.
Um,
The
but
actual
I
event
mean,
itself, though, was pretty fun to watch if you did watch it. Dota knows how to do good finals events, so no complaints there. Players had a good time, I hope, and Roster Mania is already going crazy. So, like, I know Shopify just dropped 3 of their players in the past 2 hours before we're recording this. But this is being recorded on Tuesday, November 7th, by the way, so not our usual Sunday. But yeah, as of today, Shopify dropped 3 players who have been legendary players. They were on the EG roster that actually won TI back in 2015. So, big moves happening in the Dota scene. But on to our other MOBA. League of Legends World is going on. Massive games have happened. There are no Western teams. Every single Western team's gone. NRG was the last team, and they got smoked in their match. And there's also only one Korean team left. This is a full Chinese, one Korean savior, and guess who the Korean savior is?
he won.
T1.
Faker's always made the semis in Worlds. It's pretty much there's 3 things guaranteed or 4 things guaranteed: life, death, taxes, and Faker making it to the semis of finals of Worlds
Every time.
every time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, 5 things guaranteed. T1 never loses to a Chinese team at Worlds. And considering that there's only Chinese teams left at Worlds, is T1 winning Worlds this year?
from how much they've gone, you might as well call it a Cinderella story for T1
Mhm.
because of how much they've gone through. They won one. They went 1-7 after Faker left. Faker had this injury. He was gone for a couple months, and it should have been up and down. They got to the grand finals, and they got to the grand finals of what was it?
LTK Summer Split?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did a lot better than people expected them after the whole thing they went through.
Yep.
So yeah, it's good to see. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully Faker gets this one because it's like, I would say this is his last good chance to win it
You think
because
so?
it's starting to get harder, and if but the good thing is his teammates have been playing a lot better. The players that we've talked. Wait,
Yeah,
let me
yeah, go
finish what I
ahead.
guess.
Go ahead.
The players that we had critiqued are stepping up now.
Mhm.
So it's a good thing. I mean, Gen G were one of the favorites to win it, and
They're
they're no
gone.
longer there.
Yeah.
So this is now their chance to win it. Like if, like you said, they haven't lost to a China team
At
at all
Worlds.
at World,
Yeah.
and 3 out of the 4 teams are so. It's do or die now for T1, and they have to win it after what happened last year. And the heartbreaking way they lost it.
Hmm.
You were there. You watched it. I watched some of it. Um, this is their chance to win it, and they have to win it at this point because it's getting harder. And who knows if they still have this roster after this year?
Yeah.
So this is their best chance to go for it. So yeah,
You
good
said
for
it's
them.
getting harder to win Worlds, but like we also just mentioned at the beginning, though, T1 is always at least semis, though. So for them, nothing much has really changed. They have been consistent since their inception in League. They are the undisputed kings of League, led by the king of League, Faker. You know, like they could have won Worlds last year. Faker could have technically 5 trophies if you won in 2017 and in 2022. And if they continue their run this year, he has 4 now. Like, who's gonna pass this man? He has 3, and people still can't pass him. League has been in esports for 11 years. And then, like, I
Mhm.
was worried about their quarterfinals match last week, and they 3-0'd LNG in, like, under 30 minutes every game. Like, they look unstoppable.
They look good, knowing that Faker isn't playing at 100.
He doesn't have to.
Which is something that they should have been doing. That it shouldn't be one player just taking over the game,
Hmm.
right? I mean, it should be a team based game, and it should be everyone all around.
Yeah.
To know that he doesn't have to do so much on the map anymore because he has to deal with his injury. Obviously, we know that's still bothering him. He's talked about it, that it still is bothering him,
Yeah.
but not as much. So hopefully this off season he gets that taken care of before the upcoming season. He'll have more time. I'm pretty sure, right? When is
Well,
the
after
season start up?
Worlds, there's only 2 weeks left of Worlds, and then they start, like, LCK usually starts late January. So they got, like, 2 months ish.
Which is more than the month that he took off.
Yeah. And then also, like, the month he took off, he had to come back immediately and play in the Asian games while also the LCK final. So it's just back to
Oh,
back tournaments, a lot of stuff
exactly. So he
happening.
hasn't had it. He recovered a little bit, but if 2 months is a lot more than a month, you might say, "Oh, it's just a more month." It could mean a lot for him, for his longevity.
Hmm.
So it just gives him more time. Hopefully he takes it easy and doesn't play anything.
Yep.
Worry about his injury. So, but right now we're not in that stage. Right now we are in the semifinals.
Yeah.
World's fine. Well, the final will be determined this week. So you know
Exactly.
who. So yeah. We'll
Also, I
see how
just
that
want to
goes.
add T1 is also fighting for their lives because, as we all know, this is the rumored last year for this roster. So, if they don't produce results, we're expecting people to get booted. I think even if they win Worlds, we're expecting people to get booted. So, they are fighting to make a name for themselves.
The only way they keep this roster if they just start smoking everybody. Like they like all play great. They all take over the game. Then you start thinking, all right, do we make a roster change? Do we make a one player change? Do you make a change? We just won Worlds. We just played dominantly like the rest, but like they've already had a year with this is like 2 years with the roster.
Yeah.
They had the rookie years for them, and then but we've already talked about it. We'll see.
Yeah.
I like this team. Actually, this is the one team I actually like that I don't think they should break up.
Uh huh.
It just they I just like the more I've watched their videos of like them last year and then this year and how they like are good close friends like
Yep.
like compared to like it's gonna be sad if they do break up. It's the one team I don't want to, but obviously this is a business. The whole point of this whole thing that you're in is to win it.
Yep.
So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yep.
But as of right now, they look pretty good in my opinion,
Exactly.
compared to like what they were a couple months ago. So
Yeah. And our semi matches this week, we have one that we watched in person last year, T1 versus JDD rematch.
the
JDG.
rematch,
T1 3-0 JDG when we watched them. No, it was 3-1.
3-1. They
Yeah,
lost the first
3-1.
match.
Yeah, yeah, to JDG. And considering how they're looking, I think T1 does the same thing. 3-1's JDG again this year. And
If
the
they three, okay, if they three of them, now you start thinking T1s are not favorite. If T1 lose three, if they win 3-1, right?
yeah,
Then you're like, okay, now that's. But if they go out three of them in dominant fashion, all 3 games,
yeah,
you start to think they have to win it, right?
exactly,
That's what
exactly.
they said last year.
Hmm.
It was literally Goliath versus what is it? Goliath versus
David versus Goliath.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We had someone at the end of their league about to retire. It's like this is my last year. Whatever happens, happens. I retire.
yeah,
Literally, the miracle story began when he said that, and then though you literally had to beat the boss of the game in the finals for your first ever.
Yep. And it went to
And
game 5, which is insane. So
it only was a split second away from being the opposite way. Like, it's just crazy to think what could have happened.
yep.
Um, like just how it happened was insane. We're gonna try to keep moving,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it was insane. But hopefully we get some crazy matchups.
Mhm.
I really want more better like closer matchups. But if T1 decide to play like T1
Mhm.
and just dominate like how they should be from the get go and how they should have been,
Yep.
they are destined to at least win it.
Exactly.
And this will literally cement Faker as the greatest. Like he already is. But like at 3 is like he's already no one's touching him. But 4,
4, it's
no one will
over.
ever. Yeah,
Yep.
it's hard.
Yeah.
And the next person up that could like maybe is Chovy, but this is
Chovy and Genji haven't been able to do anything. So
exactly. So that's the only like people are saying that Chovy is like the next one like compared to like Faker's skill level.
yeah.
But obviously his prime is not close to what Faker was in his prime.
No.
But Chovy is like he's really good. Like people have talked about how he's really good.
Yeah.
He's like at least top 3 mid laner in the game. Obviously it didn't show for this Worlds.
Mhm.
But obviously they wouldn't have taken him for the Asian games if he wasn't that good.
No, exactly.
Think about it. You have the best player to ever touch League as your starter, and the next guy who's like up there,
Mhm.
and
It's
he
your
can
next best
compete.
thing, basically.
So like, it didn't matter who played; they would have won it either way.
Yeah.
Obviously you want Faker for the branding and for the name and the publicity. So,
Mhm.
but either way, it didn't matter who one of those two players. And I mean, pretty sure once it's said and done, Chovy will be the main mid laner for South Korea if they continue doing the Asian games.
Yeah, exactly.
So he would be the main once Faker calls it a career. And in my opinion, that's what I see. And from how it seems and how they make it, it's pretty much. But yeah.
Seems
So
that up, but yeah, we have our 2 semis matches: T1 versus JDG, and the other match, Weibo versus Billy Billy Gaming. We have Billy Billy winning, so that's
sorry, that name is so funny.
Billy Billy is huge because they have like a
I
streaming
know.
service. They got like a marketplace. They're
I know. I
massive.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the name they got is really funny, and it's pretty. It rolls it rolls off the tongue pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But if the finals is T1 versus BLG, T1's already played BLG and they 2-0'd them in pretty spectacular fashion. So if that's the finals again, I can almost say for a fact T1's gonna win Worlds. But we'll have to wait to
We
see what happens this weekend first, of course.
but we've already talked about it. Never underestimate your opponent, no matter if they're first or last or in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Because esports is any given day.
Yep.
The worst team could be the best team in the game. The best team in the game could be the worst team in the game. So it's a day to day. So
Yeah, remember when
everyone
EG won
plays
COD
the
champs?
yeah, and then look what happened in the following year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or, well, like I said, the worst team in the game could be the best. It's just a day to day thing, and you just gotta prepare, and hopefully everyone comes prepared and
Mhm.
good to go. And hopefully we expect some good banger matches too, because
Yeah,
the last couple have been sweeps and out.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I would assume these are going to be intense since it's the final 4.
Mhm.
And there's not really much of a story besides just T1 playing the team again from last year.
Well, like,
So
I guess the story would be, yeah, the story is Korea's last hope versus the Chinese giants right now. And we'll see if Korea's last hope is able to actually make a stand.
it's
But,
always T1.
yeah, literally.
It don't matter how bad they'll be. They always play good at Worlds.
Exactly. But to move on to our next topic, we have twofer. League of Legends and Overwatch both released music videos in the past month. League created, tend to do this every year. They create like a fictional band with very famous celebrities, both in Korea and China and the U.S., Europe, whatnot. And they released a song called it's a group called Heartsteel, and very popular. I think it's the 3rd most popular League of Legends music video to gain views in the first 24 hours. Like it's already at 14, 15 million views after like a week, and it just keeps rising. So they're doing great. Then Overwatch finally decided to do something similar, and they made a partial animated, partial live action music video with K-pop group, and that one has 20 million views or so, and they have a skin line and event that's going on in the game right now that is being pretty popular for Overwatch. So it's a thing that these big international games slash esports are starting to do, where they incorporate musicians with their game, and it helps to bring a bigger audience, and it's good exposure for the game and for the group. So that's fun to see. Um, More on the gaming side, Halo. It's kind of funny we're talking about this now, but Halo has a new season. It's about to end by the time this video releases because it's only a month long. But I think this season has been excellent. Gameplay, UI, skins, battle pass, great. What do you think?
Brothers are getting exposed. Just know that. No, no, like on a serious note, the bandit did change the way the game is played now. We have yet to see it in a competitive perspective yet. Hopefully we get some like tournaments soon, or like at least some 2Ks, so we can know what how people play it. Introduce a new game mode. Which people have some mixed feelings about it. It's new maps. It's just what the community finally wanted is what they did, and
Yep.
they listened. So it's a good thing that they're heading into a better direction. It took them a while, but I mean, at least we know there's progress. Um, they they've done a lot, and the game isn't that buggy. There's been a lot of growth in the game recently, so you see a bunch of people playing it. Shotzi's been playing it a lot, which is according to people, if you were to play it for a week straight, he could compete with the pros. And we've seen him play eights. He still got it. So there's a bunch of people from COD have been playing it,
Yep.
and it's just been getting a lot of exposure, and it's probably like the best season they've released. And it's been great. I've had a lot of fun on it. It's hard to solo queue now. It's a lot harder in this game. I've been having fun. I mean, we've been playing it a lot.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
most. I think we've played Halo longer than 2 hours. We played it for a couple hours. Um, so yeah, I've liked it. The new season is great. Hopefully they can build off of it. Um, Maybe tweak some stuff. But as of right now, but it feels good. Feels great. Can't wait to just see it in the competitive aspect of it. So
Yep. I mean, as we're recording this earlier today, Tashi actually put out a tweet about some changes happening to extraction. They are first changing how the UI and sound audio queue reacts when people are planting the extraction site. Now, if you're not near the site, you will not see on the little like circles at the top of your screen that somebody is planting, and you won't hear it unless you're actually close to the site. The same thing also applies if you're going to defuse the extraction and convert it. So if you're converting it, it's not going to show on the screen if you're the enemy team, and also you won't be able to hear a conversion unless you're near the site. So it does make it more competitive because it's kind of like how radar is disabled, so you don't see people until you actually visually see
it
them.
it's literally like search and destroy. You
Mhm.
can't see if someone's defusing it. You can't hear from far. You have to literally be near it.
Yeah.
Same with planning. So it's literally like it's probably like the best thing they could have done, and it's good to know they're making changes with it. There was a lot of backlash at the point of it.
Yep.
Easy to be during the game. I somewhat I'm okay with it, but at least they're making changes. Like I said, they have been listening a lot more recently to the people,
Mhm.
and that seemed like one of the main issues with that game mode that people just know it when you're playing, diffusing the sounds, and it's just something that people didn't like, I would assume, and it seems like they're changing it.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, they wanted to see how the season played out first before they made changes, and it's good to know that the season that's coming up they'll fix it. So.
Exactly.
Um,
I think the one big thing they need to fix for extraction now is just spawn points because they are pretty bad, and the community has recognized that. So
not just in that game, but I think the spawns have been really bad in the season.
yeah.
I don't know why. We've had people spawn up in front of gunfights. I mean, we've been through it. We spawn in front of people's bases. And it's happening mostly in extraction.
Yep.
I think it's because of the placement of like where you put I'm gonna just call it a bomb
Okay.
because But this depend like let's just say there's the box. You're looking at my box.
Yep.
The middle is literally you'll get a somewhat balance, but if you're like slightly over, let's just say there's a line right here. If you're playing here,
Yep.
for some reason the game's gonna register like this thing is blocking that spawn on that side,
Yep.
and it should, but for some reason it's not, and it will just spawn people close to it.
The thing is
Have
that
you noticed
you
that?
can't, you yourself cannot spawn on the site or near the site. That whole area, like if you're on live fire and you plant the extraction site inside of a house, all house spawns are completely blocked off. And spawns that are close to house, like scoreboard or the tunnels, or if you're next to like B point when you're playing like King of the Hill or whatever. Like those spawns are also either partially blocked off or fully blocked off. And due to the map spawns now being cornered to certain sections of the map, people are spawning on top of each other. If you watch some of our streams, you'll see like me or Angel running around, and then enemy dude will literally spawn either behind you or right in front of you, or you will spawn in front of an enemy or behind them. You just die instantly, and there's nothing you can do. So that's something they have to look at if maybe changing spawn so you can spawn closer to the site or even on the site, because it's blocking off too much. It should be more like strongholds where you can spawn on the site or near the site. You know.
Yeah. Seems
They,
good.
they'll go into it and they'll fix it. So like you said, they're listening to community feedback, and hopefully next season we'll get some of the really good changes that we need.
Hopefully, what I want is they bring back more remakes of H5 map.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we saw
Coliseum.
how we saw. Okay, well, we know we want that one back the most, but we got what's the name of that map?
Which one?
The one that has garbage, bottom mid, and the sniper on the lift, and what is it called in this game?
So that's Plaza and H5, which is
So
Solitude
Solitude.
in this one. It's a
That
great map.
game, that map is good.
Yeah.
It was good in H5, and it plays pretty good in this game.
Mhm.
Um, so hopefully we can get more. Hopefully Coliseum. Are you still here?
Yeah.
Did you hear me at all in any
No,
of
yeah,
that?
yeah, I
Or
heard you the whole time.
my mic was somewhat muted. Sorry for
Oh.
the interruption. But yeah, um, yeah. Hopefully we get more. They said they were going to do it like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We've only gotten one map out of it.
Yeah.
We can't call Pit a map because that map has been in almost every Halo known to man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, hopefully we get more. I'm pretty sure the big one that though mainly you, want Coliseum.
Yeah. Coliseum, I think, is a map that works. If since Plaza works so well in this game, I think Collie will also work really nice in this game. And besides that, Truth slash Regret. That's another map that's like been in almost every Halo. And there's like a community version that's in it in Arena Slayer, but it's kind of bad in my opinion.
I just feel like it's way bigger than how it should.
Yeah, it's really
It
large
feels
and
way
it's
more
really open.
and open, and I don't know. It just feels so clustered.
Yeah.
I feel like in a gunfight, there's so much cover you could get into. I mean, it's just this version of it isn't good. Hopefully, there's another one that comes out.
Mhm.
Um, I doubt it. I think this is gonna be like unless they make some tweaks to the map, but I just don't
We'll
like
see.
that version of the map. But yeah, they've like I said, they brought Pitt back.
Yep.
Pitt has played really good in this game.
Yep.
Um, so we'll see. Hopefully, I mean we get new maps. I just want a game that releases new and fresh maps instead of remakes of old ones.
I mean, we got two new maps this season for Arena, which is the first in a long time, to be fair. Like, usually they would drop one Arena map and one BTB map, but we had two Arena maps, and it's nice that we're getting more content for Arena. But, yeah, I hope in the future going forward they give us one brand new Arena map and then one remake, so we get, like, the best of both worlds. But we'll see how the next season will treat Halo. But on to Halo's competitor, COD. CDL announced their season dates. This is like all you. And also, you mentioned apparently that only 11 teams are competing, which I find interesting. So
All
go
right.
into that deeper.
Obviously, the CDL announced their season. I
You gotta
I'll be
come
honest.
closer.
Okay, sorry. So obviously the CDL announced their league this season. It was about time because there were so many leagues coming out that week, and then like 2 days later they announced it. So we got Toronto, Boston,
Hmm.
Miami, Heretics, and
Yep.
then there's one more team. Who
Carolina.
is it? Carolina. So there's only 4 events instead of okay. So usually there's in total there's 5 events, including the big one, which is
Yep.
champ. Usually it's 5 and champ. Um, so this season, I'll get to the 11-man league maybe this in a second. Um, they're prioritizing league matches.
Hmm.
There's 7 league matches instead of 4. Um, the land matches are worth double the points compared to the I guess online qualifiers.
Yep.
The season ends pretty damn early. I don't get why COD Esports is the shortest esport
In general, the no
in
esport is
general.
that league
Like,
runs from January to December to not December to January to November. Dota is around almost the same length. Rocket League is has like almost 2 world championships in a year and runs about the same length. Halo runs almost about the same length. What's another? CS:GO is year long, literally. Um, like every esport is almost year long or about 10 months most. COD barely half a year,
bro, it's
just barely.
like get it. Like, I don't get why we don't get it until like at least a month before the new game drops. At least, or 2 months, or a month and a half at least.
Yeah,
This is the longest off season I've ever been. Like majority of the teams don't even announce their teams until maybe like a month before, but all the teams announce like the big teams announce their teams back like a month after champs ended,
yeah,
and it ended back in like late July, early August. Like
insane.
that's that's literally look August, September, October, 4 months,
Yeah,
and it's getting shorter, which means the off season is gonna be longer.
yeah.
Like I don't get their reasoning. They're probably smoking on some papano,
I'm,
whatever,
COD's
because
sister
it
league,
doesn't make.
Overwatch League, runs longer than COD. And then even when Overwatch League is out, there's the Overwatch World Cup, which is still an Overwatch sanctioned esports event that just happened. Like there's your esport needs to have a constant presence to be relevant. COD is lucky that it's a game popular enough that it doesn't need that for the most part, but it's still a good booster for your image, you know? Because half the year you're not talking about the CDL. Half the year sponsors don't care. You're just not there.
It's just crazy. Um, I wish we could at least get it until at least October, or at least 2 months before the game drops, so it's not a long off. This was 4 months. Like other esports are going like whatever. I'm like whatever. They hopefully they're not gonna change it now. They won't.
Yeah,
Game comes out literally Friday, and this whenever this comes out. So if you're
yeah,
watching it Thursday, or usually when our videos drop,
yeah.
then it comes out tonight at midnight, which I will be playing S&D tournaments.
You already
I'm
know.
going back to my roots. So yeah, if not, then the game came out November 10th, and yeah.
Yep.
So there's rumors. I'm gonna get to the 11-man thing now, or the
Mm-hmm.
11 team. So there's rumors that 11. So there's 12. It's a 12 man or 12 team
12 team league,
league,
yeah.
and obviously we know the people that financially struggle are the last teams to announce.
Yep.
From the rumors, Las Vegas Legion have a roster, and then the Carolina Ravens have a roster.
Mm-hmm.
But no one has a single clue with the LA Gorillas. No clue.
Mm.
There's nowhere, no rosters have came to like not a single like roster has been put to on like no like face like team is is on like no one knows what they're doing,
Yep.
and it's kind of scary because the season starts in December, I think,
Yeah, it's December.
and it's pretty insane.
You know
But
what?
go ahead.
In okay, so as many of you know, if you've watched this or if you follow esports in general, CDL and Overwatch League are owned by the same people, right? And Overwatch League, this past season, there was a team, the Chengdu Hunters, that did not field a roster for the first event. They were absent. After the first event ended, Chengdu rosters announced that they were shutting down, released all their players, and the org just faded. So Overwatch was down one team, so it was a 19-team league for the rest of the season, throwing off the balance. This might be the same case for the CDL, where we see the Guerrillas, because their ownership side on Overwatch, the Gladiators, is presumably going to vote to kill the Overwatch League, and they may drag their COD team with them. And this could also have a spiral effect with other COD teams because many of the COD teams are also owned by Overwatch League teams. And I sent you a Twitter post a few days ago showing that many Owl owners are actually considering canning the CDL as well and having the same type of vote that the Overwatch League is about to have this month for COD after this season. So there's a chance that we'll have two massive leagues dead in the span of 2 years.
But but from what they are talking about, the Overwatch League is coming back, but in a different way. So it's not gonna. It's like the way they make it sound is gonna go back to like the original tournament style,
Mm-hmm. No franchising.
right? I mean, right? So it won't be a franchise,
Yeah.
um, which could be a good thing and a bad thing. So the bad thing is a bunch of these teams invested a lot of money into for a spot in these league,
Yep.
and just for it to get killed, you don't make. I mean, I doubt within the let's see, in 2019, the
None
four
of the
years or
Owl
5 years,
teams made back their money, and neither have any of the COD teams.
it's a three. What was it? 3 million or 3 billion? No, it was
Billion,
a
no.
no, no,
So
no. Hold up, faded. $3 million entry fee
no,
into
no,
the
no,
league.
no, no, no.
Wait,
Overwatch was $40 million entry fee, and COD was 20 million. They were
okay,
stupid high compared to
hey,
every other esport.
okay. Well, if you wonder why teams didn't make it, well, yeah.
So
Don't
like
ask me about that because I don't know. Anyways,
COD and Overwatch had stupidly high entry fees. When the leagues were announced, I told you that's a lot of money and no one's gonna make that back. 4 or 5 years later, no one's made it back. Teams are dying left and right. We're about to hit esports
okay.
winter.
But we can't really say that because a lot of teams would have made their money back at the LAN events the first year.
No one's making $40 million in a
Okay,
year.
but they weren't gonna lose as much money as they are now.
The point was that they were supposed to
Okay,
make they were
trash
supposed
it
to make that.
down.
The commissioners for COD and Overwatch said that the teams were supposed to recoup their money in the span of 10 to 15 years. These leagues aren't hitting even 6 years. Like, one's about to die. So,
I don't anymore. It's crazy. But hopefully, we go back to that old school because that's what COD needs. That's what esports needs. That's what Overwatch should do. Because you could have new and big faces just come out of the blue. Half of these, like imagine a team from the amateur bracket make it into the pool play. They cause upsets. It creates storyline. It gives attention to players that didn't have that attention that they do now.
yeah.
So it just gives a way to build more players and get people to come in and play. Because you you pay there's a I think old days you would qualify at tournament
Hmm.
and then you would qualify for a league spot and you would play weekly tournament matches.
Hmm.
How League of Legends does it.
Yep.
Obviously they don't have like open events like that.
No.
They're franchise, but they do have weekly matches. They do They do it perfectly without even having an open. Which we could do too, but like it's just I don't know what they're like the management people they got behind are trying to make it into a real sport.
That's the
The
biggest
first
problem.
year, the first year they did the CDL and the way they were gonna do it was faded as hell. They wanted for teams to travel weekly to different states
Yep.
and play their league matches against that team. Dude, this isn't no league. This isn't the fucking NFL. Bro, you don't give your play. It's like literally making players not even be home for a month. Like, let's see, 12, like 3 months.
There's teams stationed
Or
at the time of 2019. There are teams stationed all over the U.S. and in Europe. So if you think teams are losing money now, imagine what they would have been losing at that time. Like it.
yeah, and when at the time, so it's 12. Sorry to cut you off. It's
Yeah. No,
12
you're good.
teams. Two of them were Europeans.
Yep.
We don't have any more European teams, but think about that. Your first, it would. The only way they could have done it is if you played the two European teams back to back. Like 1 week you play them, and the following week you play the other one.
Hmm.
Don't have them where they play them 1 week and then week four, so you have to travel all the way back. Like you know how dumb that is. Like
Yeah.
that sounds stupid, and it's worse for the Europeans because they have to go to where 10 of the teams are located in the U.S. and they have to literally be away from their home facility.
Yeah.
And the point of a facility would be useless at that point.
No, exactly. They would barely have to use it. So
So they were faded. Luckily, they changed it before the season started. But Jesus Christ, it's going downhill, and then the whole Overwatch thing is
I think that the
is
main
causing.
takeaway: esports need to not copy sports. Look at we've mentioned this so many times now. Look at what the biggest esports are doing: League, Dota, CS:GO. They have the formula perfect. People all over the world can enjoy their events whenever, wherever. Like it's a year-long thing. There are events in North America, in Europe, in Asia, sometimes in Africa, in Australia, even in South America. Like there are events that cater to each place, and teams aren't spending exorbitant amount of money to travel back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You'll have a major in like Stockholm, Sweden, and you have like a 3 month event, not three, a 3 week event there. Then you'll have like a world championship in North America that travels through North America, like what we went to, or like you just have it set up in a way where all your fans can enjoy it without having to spend a ridiculous amount of money and without teams and players suffering throughout their travels. So like COD and Overwatch going forward, you got to be less like a traveling NFL, NBA, whatever, and more just like traditional esports, for the most part.
I don't
But
get what. Don't change what's not broke, or don't fix what's not broke. What is it?
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There you go. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
And they said we can make it better. Well, fuck, no, you didn't. You just made it worse, and now you have to do what a 15-minute YouTube tutorial turned into a 2 month long work project. Why? Stop making esports a sports thing. Just stop. It doesn't work. The whole point is esports. Wait, what is it?
Like
E stands
electronic
for
sports,
electronic
we,
sports.
we have our own way of doing sports, and it works just fine. So just stop trying to
Yes.
copy
If
traditional
you
sports.
you could add on from that or just improve it, but just don't make it real sports. It's just not how it works. It never has worked. It doesn't work. Like you could do the franchising, but it just don't treat it like real sports. And then yeah, I just don't treat esports as a real some sport. It just doesn't work, and it's just to be two separate things and
Yep.
let them be how they are. So yeah,
Yep. But moving forward, we're gonna go through this one pretty quickly because you already alluded to it. MW3 comes out this week. Reviews about the campaign, because that's been out for about a week now, have been pretty bad. I think universally this might be one of the most disliked COD campaigns of all time due to how short it is, how they messed up the story adaptation, just all around bad. So hopefully the multiplayer comes this week and salvages this game's reputation, because it's going in as a steaming pile of trash at the moment, right?
okay. The reason why they released the campaign a week before the full game, so they could get the hype around it.
Uh-huh.
They didn't do this campaign correctly. They did some extra stuff that they didn't need to do, and it just killed the vibe. And then characters didn't get developed like how they should have been. It's just stupid.
How is your
They
campaign
just
only 3 hours long? What happened there? A lot of people were saying it's just a DLC to MW2 campaign at this point.
yeah. Literally paying 70 bucks for, or depending on what version you get,
Yeah.
you either pay the 70 or the $100, and
Mm,
yeah, you just bought a reskin version of W.
wild. But yeah. Hopefully MW3's
It
multiplayer release is better.
just know that I played it. It could have been good, but it was just I felt like it was rushed. And from how the story campaign or the campaign ended, there's gonna be a fourth one,
Okay.
and hopefully it's not reskinned, and hopefully it doesn't come out next year.
Yeah.
I hope we get some Black Ops game, but yeah,
Yeah.
um,
But
play the game multiplayer, but yeah, and then we got one more big thing.
one more big thing. If
Mocker is pregnant with his fiance.
I
So
don't think
congrats.
that's what. What fiance? I would like to meet them, but
I would like to meet mine, even if see all y'all late. No, just joking. This isn't what this is. No. The last thing because this happened recently.
yep.
There wasn't a part. It wasn't a part of our notes originally, but Fortnite
Mm-hmm.
just made the biggest comeback of all time.
Yeah.
And so, on some serious note, Fortnite released an update.
New
They
season.
brought what yeah, new season, but with an update. It's called what was it called? The
Fortnite
OG. It's
OG. That's just
Fortnite OG. And obviously, if you haven't weren't around back in the day, Fortnite OG was peak battle royale for that game, and it was like the best moments. And man, it felt weird playing it. Obviously, the game is tweaked a little bit from how it was, but
yeah.
man, I haven't had that much fun in such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I was like I could play it for hours.
No, it's the original Fortnite map with everything that was there at the time. So it's like going back 5 years and just reliving either your childhood, no matter how young you were, just reliving that era. And it had what, over 5 million people come online at once to play. There was a queue throughout the entire day just to get on. Like Fortnite's had a resurgence that I don't think many video games have seen and wish they could have seen. So it's a pretty good time to get on Fortnite. It's a pretty good time to work for Epic because they're seeing their numbers go up.
But let me say it like this: they wouldn't have brought it back if they weren't planning for something big.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like the reason why they brought it back, the OG, is so they could get past, present, and future creators to get their eyes on the game, so they have more this and that, and then when the new, like when they do the big event type of deal, because I feel like I was watching someone talking about it. I feel like the reason why they brought it is so they could get more eyes on what they're planning to do next, the next big thing. And you might think it's crazy, but it doesn't seem wrong because of how many people have came back and played their game. Like look at Ninja. Did you not see what Ninja averaged the first day?
No, I know he's getting his numbers back, but my POV is that if you follow even a little bit like Fortnite's lore, whatever lore that it does have, this was going to happen, I think, regardless. Because the story was leading up to this moment, and then it's going to lead up to the moment where this map goes away for a brand new map that's going to come, and it's going to be really small at first, and then grow in size. Like, Fortnite has had its story planned out for years now, and we're just seeing the effects roll out, and I think it's just a coincidence that the OG map happened to come at a time where the game is not necessarily struggling, but it's not at its best either, you know? I feel like they've had this planned for a while.
Do you think they had this plan
2 years ago.
af- after the black hole event?
Yeah, I
Like
think this has
maybe
been the
like the
idea.
2 seasons into chapter two, they thought not many we lost so many this and that. Not many people are playing it. Big streamers are leaving this and that.
No, not because of that. I think it's just part of their story. If they were worrying about people leaving, they would have brought back this old map 2 years ago. It's been 2 years with a new map, and it's just now that they brought back
We've
the old
had
map.
3 versions of this map.
Yeah,
This Fortnite's had 3 different maps.
yeah.
OG, I think chapter
Chapter
2 and 3
and
were the
three.
same,
Yeah,
and then they flipped, and it was a different map. And then this would be the 4th, technically,
technically, yeah.
even though it's like the first one, but it's mixed in with like mix remix. It's a remix version of the all the chapters from the first OG chapter season. So it's been 4 different maps. We could just say that. I think tomorrow would be the last day until because it's supposed to be season 5 coming up.
Season 6.
Eh, no, no, they're doing season 5. I heard they were doing 5.
I saw 6, so
Either or, if y'all don't know the big thing that came out of the next season,
mm-hmm.
if it's 5. Wait, is it? Wait, which one? Can you look it up quick?
Sure.
There's like a whole thing about like what date, how long these seasons are gonna last in that current month. It's a
It's
month
going by
long.
pretty quickly, yeah. Uh, let's see.
Because I know the
So
next
every
one.
Thursday the map will update. So we're currently in season 5. This Thursday will update to season 6. Next
Okay.
Thursday, season 7 and 8. And the Thursday after that is season 9 and 10. And on December 2nd, Fortnite OG ends. So we're in 5. Like I said, we're in 5 right now, and it's going to go to 6 when this releases.
So if you don't know, season 6 introduced. You remember the controllable missile?
Yeah, yeah. Things are
Coming back.
about to get hectic again because we're getting missiles, and then as it goes on, we get planes and
And
mechs.
I'm pretty sure planes come out season 7, right?
7, yeah. And the mechs are like right after that.
And then the mechs for 3 seasons.
It's gonna be.
I'm pretty sure the Tommy gun comes out next week too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A broken.
It was busted.
Hopefully, bring back my single shot AR. You know which one I'm talking about. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The one that was the best gun that ever came, and it was only in 1 season. And I hate they got rid of it because of how broken it was, but how rare it was to get.
We'll see. We will see.
But yeah,
Fortnite OG. Get on and play it. Honestly.
Yeah, we played it. We have a bunch of videos. I don't want to talk about it right now. But
they'll get out, but he's been struggling getting them, but they'll get out.
Not even struggling. There's been an issue with my editing software. But we do have the videos are done. There's some issues. But we're getting them solved. We have one ready to upload. It just needs a few tweaks, and Mokhtar is gonna be able to do it because he can do it. So we have one, which will be the first one we recorded. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can get the other one going. And then the third one would be a compilation of something. I'm not gonna say what it is.
Yeah.
But that one will come after because it ties in with the first and second one. But
we'll record more as the season changes as well, so we can include everything.
Obviously, we're gonna play the season 6 one.
Yep.
And we're gonna record videos on that. So think of it as we have the thing, the tradition, win a game in every season.
Yep.
Technically, it won't be a new season. I think, right?
It's technically not a new season, but like in terms of the map changes, it's a new season. So
we're gonna win a new season every year. So we're gonna upload that. Playing the new Fortnite season.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll get those videos out. Who knows when? But those are coming, and do expect more videos out.
Yeah.
Besides that one, since we are able to make it a lot easier, and hopefully we could upload more. It's been a lot helpful that I've been helping my guy out, Mokhtar. So applaud him for all the hard work he did on the videos that before I came, before I started editing them. Which, if y'all don't know, the COD ones, the Halloween special, I edited 2 of them. He edited 3 of them. and if it would have been chalked if we had to edit all of them. So luckily, I helped them,
Yep.
and it made great, and it helped boost our channel, and we appreciate it. So
Yep.
thank y'all.
Thank you guys.
And we have nothing much more to say.
Yeah,
There's
for the
all the
esports
news.
section, that's that. So we're gonna transition to the general news section. We're gonna rapid fire it because we have 10 minutes left. So
Okay.
first off, Canada bans WeChat. Do you know what WeChat is?
Yeah.
Okay. If I hope you guys know what WeChat is because I'm not gonna explain it, but Canada
Just give it
decided.
a brief summary, quick.
Do I have okay?
Just
We
quick. Just say what it is and what.
I'll go into it like a little bit more, but it's a social networking app that was made in China, and Canada says that it's a threat to their national security, so they're going to ban it. If you don't know, Canada has a very high Asian population, with much of it coming from China and South Korea, especially like if you're in the Vancouver area. But due to like China, the Chinese government, not the Chinese people, but the Chinese government's increasing influence in international countries, especially in Australia and Canada. Canada's like, to protect our national security, we have to ban anything that could be used by the Chinese government to spy. So as a
Right.
result, WeChat is now blocked and banned in Canada.
So literally, what happened with TikTok this year about it getting banned around because of the whole government spying.
Yep.
But just that's what he's trying to refer. If
Yep.
anyone doesn't know what he means, the thing that happened with TikTok in the U.S. and then China banning it, that literally happened. But Canada went through and banned it. So just know that.
TikTok
But I
isn't
was,
banned; it's just WeChat is, which is ironic because since TikTok is also Chinese.
but
um,
just saying that it went through the same process as the one with the U.S. and TikTok, and then
mhm.
but Canada went through with banning that. So it's that pretty much what he means. Like
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
don't, you want the American version.
No, yeah, exactly.
Anyways, yeah, but go ahead. Next one.
Next one, ChatGPT has an upgrade. It can previously ChatGPT was
Hush.
locked to search results on the internet pre 2019 or so. Now it has been unlocked and can check anything from the modern internet and give you newer results, which means now ChatGPT's power is technically
Thing
limitless.
that thing is insane. How much has evolved in like a year
Government
and a
is
half.
using it. Kids in schools are using it to write essays, which is really
I'm using it.
bad.
I'm using it right now. This isn't even me, dog. No, I'm joking.
But
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's gotten a lot better, and it's starting to get in my opinion, it's starting to get scary. How much
the
this technology AI thing is getting out of hand. But
the growth of AI is terrifying because it can. Okay, look at me. It can make art. It doesn't really make art. It takes other people's art and reconfigures it into something else, which is not art. But
yeah,
it can it can technically take your job depending on what industry you're in. It can help you in school if you use it appropriately, such as for researching sources and not for what you thought your door opened.
yeah. What was
That was
that? Was
my
that you?
roommate. That was my roommate walking out of his door. Yeah.
God damn it, Kyle. No, it's not you.
What? No. But
Go ahead. Go ahead.
it,
Sorry.
it can help you research sources instead of writing your essays. Don't use it to write your essays, please, because schools will find ways to penalize you for that. Because that is technically cheating. Like if I use ChatGPT to help me write an essay at UJ, I would be suspended from school. Like, don't do that, kids. Please don't. Use it
It's
responsibly.
crazy. It's crazy to think that you're asking an AI to do something to not plagiarize it,
Hmm.
but the more you think about it, you're plagiarizing the AI because it wrote it itself and you didn't write it.
Yeah, and
So
it's
you're
also taking
plagiarizing and
sources that are already
yeah,
written. So it's
exactly. So
it,
yeah, just be careful how you use it. If you want to use it as like a trolley thing, go for it. But for school and work stuff, be very careful because people are they're trying to crack it down on those type of people, especially schools.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
the point of going to school is for you to learn, not to make it easy on your way out.
Yeah,
So
you got to be able to do it yourself.
it's the hope. Well,
Next thing on
no.
our favorite app with our favorite man, Twitter, is doing something good actually. Favorite, obviously not like actually favorite, but Twitter actually has a pretty decent update, which is they're going to demonetize tweets that have been community noted. You know, you only get a community note either if you're saying something factually incorrect or if readers want to add additional context to something that you said. Most of the time, it's for something that is factually incorrect. So it makes sense that if you say something wrong, like what has been happening recently with a certain conflict happening in the Middle East, which we won't go into, Twitter will come in, put a note on you, and you can't make money from that tweet for spreading lies. That's a good update. I think the whole community notes thing in general has been an amazing. It's the best thing that has happened when Elon took over Twitter, in my opinion. Everything else has been bad.
Yeah. So I feel, in my opinion, it shouldn't just be Twitter that does it. I feel like it should be every social. I feel like you for stuff conflict wise, non like that isn't like news wise. If it isn't fact checked, you shouldn't make money off of it.
Mhm.
It's just the point of the news is for people to know this information and not for you to make money off of it just because you're giving information.
Mhm.
The point is for to inform people, and I feel like you shouldn't make money off of it. So good thing on Elon. We still appreciate you. We root for you for the Mars though. But this Twitter thing,
Twitter is nah, leave that alone.
nah. You could take that to the moon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel that's what I feel. In general, I just feel like people shouldn't make money off news and stuff like that. The point I feel like news is just information you're giving out to the people that people should know and stuff they should be worried about or should that they know because it's gonna affect them otherwise. Like like that's what I feel like. I just feel like that's how the news should be instead of people just throwing news and then expecting money out of it because of they gave their work and their idea and stuff like that. But
So for more rapid fire, we have the Game Awards happens on Thursday, December 7th, so exactly a month from today when we're recording this.
we will
Um,
not be watching. We are on. We are striking. We are not watching that.
we're not watching the game. Why?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm trolling.
I was
Twitter's
about
gonna
to
win it
say.
all.
Speaking of strikes, SAG-AFTRA, which is the actors side of the movie and entertainment world, have received their apparently their final offer from studios, and the studios obviously didn't give them a good offer. So SAG-AFTRA will continue to be on strike, which means you can expect a lot of things next year. Since we're in November now, to definitely either get delayed or canceled, which I am for because studios are being stubborn and not actually paying these people what they deserve. We talked about this before. Support the SAG-AFTRA members who are on strike. Donate if you can. That's where they still have an income to live off of. And yeah, yeah. Other news. Georgia football still remains undefeated.
Ah! I'm joking. I'm joking.
Undefeated still.
They're playing good. Good luck.
Exactly. We got Old Mississippi this weekend, which they
Another
will.
walk in the park.
No, it won't be. But hopefully
Easy
we
walk
can
in
stay
the
undefeated.
park.
You know.
Yeah, they're going to be. You're not even the first seed, which I think is stupid. You have to be the number one.
Exactly. What else? What else?
That's
Like I.
Tulane United. Y'all made it. Y'all tied the series 1-1 tonight.
Exactly.
Thank God y'all are not trash. You gotta win this next week in Columbus, the hardest stadium in the MLS to win in. Because if y'all don't know, I'm gonna say it. Columbus did not lose a single game at home in this season, which they played 12 games at home, and they won nine games. They went obviously they didn't lose, and they tied 3 games.
Yep.
So if you go into Columbus, you have to win, and it's not easy to beat that team that could do stuff like that, and that's like the best record they've done.
Listen, Atlanta has a mountain to climb, but considering how their performance was tonight, there is hope. That's all I can say. Because it's 4-2. There is hope. But I think one big thing, if you are if you like watching TV shows, you may have heard that Attack on Titan has ended, like officially is over. I've watched it twice already. One of the best television endings, not just animated, just one of the best television endings of all time. I could talk about this for hours. If you aren't watching Attack on Titan because you think it's because it's an anime or it's animation, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you watch something like Game of Thrones, you will love Attack on Titan. And unlike Game of Thrones, AOT has a good ending. So, I highly recommend you watch AOT. You can watch the first season on Netflix. You can watch the rest of it on Hulu. Like, this is a show that will change your life. I'm not even kidding. Watch Attack
Sure.
on Titan. Peak
Sure.
content. It was the most on-demand show in the world last year, counting every single TV series from Disney Plus, Netflix, cable television. It was the most on-demand TV show in the world. So, if you're not watching it, you're missing out. But you have anything else to add? Because we're exactly at an hour.
No. You kind of rushed me with everything. I actually don't got nothing.
Okay.
I watched
So
Loki.
you watched? You did?
Yeah.
Are you caught up?
I think I need like 3 more episodes to catch up.
So
I
you
don't
only
know.
watched the first episode?
No, I'm talking about like the last season.
Oh, you're not. What?
I stopped. I need like 3 more to finish.
You didn't finish season 1?
No, 2.
We're on season 2 now.
Wait. Holy shit. This
What?
whole editing thing has shocked me. Yes, I'm almost done with it. No, actually, let me rephrase it. I'm rewatching it to remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 3 episodes off, so I can rewatch. It makes sense.
You
'Cause
need to hurry up because
when I
season
first
2.
watched, when I first watched it, it didn't make sense. And I watched it a second time, and it started to make sense. Now I see the God of Thunder everywhere I go.
Loki isn't the god of thunder though. He's
I
the god
know,
of mischief.
it's a
I
troll.
know. I
I'm
know. I know. I
trolling.
know.
I'm
But,
trolling. Everyone, if y'all don't understand, I'm
watch
trolling.
Loki. Watch Loki.
I'm trolling. I'm trolling heavy.
No, yeah, of course.
I wish
But-
I'd seen it.
Watch Loki. Tom Hiddleston is an amazing actor, and same with everybody else in the series. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode of Conquest. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what number episode this is, so you'll just see it on the YouTube.
We've already agreed that we're just gonna continue making podcasts and not have put numbers in seasons. We learned from our mistakes.
It's still
Know that.
season 2, but like it won't just have 10 episodes. You'll probably have like 40, 50 episodes, and then like season 3 will like not have a break. It'll just continue right after, you know?
It's gonna be number 56, 57, 58, like that.
Yeah,
going
exactly.
On. There's not gonna be. We decided to just go all the way through with it.
Yeah. More content for you
might,
guys.
You might even see the titles change to
Just Conquest.
Conquest and then the number of the show instead of season 2.
Episode, whatever. Yeah, exactly.
A lot easier and better for us. But yeah, I got nothing. This episode was highly anticipated because we haven't uploaded a podcast in about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But we have been uploading other videos where you can check out on the Global Conquest. Turn on that notification bell. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. I'm gonna close it out here because my boy Mokhtar, he's a cap, you know, he's a hardworking dude. But I'm gonna close it out. So we appreciate y'all watching this episode of the Conquest. Appreciate Mokhtar for rescheduling this because of me. Thank you.
No, you're good. Send me
yeah.
some energy drinks because I'm gonna be up at 3 a.m. Sunday night to watch T1 play, please.
Anyways,
But that's your
we appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell so you know when we upload. And we have other videos on the channel, so just go watch them. We have a podcast, the other podcasts you can watch. We have shorts now coming out. We have gameplay. We got some Halo stuff y'all like. We appreciate it. Expect the Fortnite videos sometime soon, or never. I don't know anymore.
It should
But we
be
appreciate
before
y'all.
this one comes out, hopefully, but we'll see.
Anyways, we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. We appreciate the recent love. And for the new people that are, thank y'all for giving us a chance and watching and liking the videos.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, and y'all take care.